You don't actually see the moment someone gives up. It's not loud. It's not dramatic. It's quiet. They're still there, still standing, still doing the work, but something inside them has already switched off. And that's the most dangerous part, because from the outside, nothing looks different. I started noticing it in people around me, strong individuals, trained minds, people who were supposed to handle pressure, but their eyes were different, their movements slower, their presence felt empty, not because they were weak, but because they were exhausted from fighting something that just wouldn't stop. That's where most people lose. Not when things get hard, but when they stay hard. When the pain repeats itself. When effort stops giving results. When your body is drained and your mind just agrees to shut it down. That's the real breaking point. But here's what separates people. A very small number of individuals don't see that moment as an ending. They see it as a shift. They realize something most people miss. If everyone around you is slowing down, if everyone is fading, then the standard has already dropped. And if the standard drops, and you don't, you automatically rise. You don't need more talent. You don't need more strength. You just need to not collapse with the group. And that realization changes everything. Because now, you're not just surviving the situation anymore. You're using it. You start understanding that pressure isn't there to stop you. It's there to reveal who's still in control and who's already gone mentally. And if you're aware enough to see it happening in real time, then this isn't your worst moment. This is your opening. Every environment has a breaking point, a silent line where people collectively start losing their edge. No one says it out loud, but you can feel it. Energy drops, conversations disappear, effort becomes mechanical, people stop pushing and start just getting through it. That's how standards fall, slowly, quietly, together. But what most people don't understand is this. It only takes one person to interrupt that pattern. Not the strongest, not the loudest, just the one who refuses to match the weakness in the room. Because energy is contagious, and it spreads faster than logic ever will. One shift in posture, one change in tone, one decision to move differently, and suddenly attention starts shifting. At first, it feels unnatural, forced, even fake, like you're pretending to be stronger than you actually feel. But that's exactly how it starts, because real strength doesn't begin with feeling. It begins with action. You act first, then your mind catches up, then your body follows, and then everyone around you starts adjusting without even realizing it. That's how influence works, not by demanding, not by explaining, but by showing something different in a moment where everything feels the same. And once that shift happens, momentum builds. People who were quiet start responding. People who were slow start moving. The entire dynamic changes. Not because the situation improved, but because someone inside it did. That's what real leadership looks like. It's not about control, it's about presence. The ability to enter a low-energy environment and refuse to let it stay that way. Most people think success is about winning, but winning is basic now. Everyone talks about it, everyone chases it, but very few understand what it means to dominate. Dominance isn't about being better once. It's about being relentless to the point where others can't keep up mentally, where your effort starts creating pressure, not just physically, but psychologically. Because physical pain can be managed, people can push through it. But mental pressure, that's different. That's where doubt begins. That's where people start questioning themselves. You don't even have to say anything. Your actions start speaking for you. Your consistency becomes uncomfortable. Your pace becomes irritating. Your refusal to slow down becomes a problem. And slowly, the focus shifts. People stop focusing on the task and start focusing on you. How is he still going? Why isn't he slowing down? That's the moment you take control. Because once someone starts doubting themselves, they're no longer competing, they're surviving. And when someone is in survival mode, they've already lost. So don't just aim to get through hard situations. Use them. Push harder when it makes no sense. Stay consistent when others break. And create a standard that forces people to mentally adjust just to be around you. That's not motivation. That's dominance at the highest level. Everything comes down to one thing. Not motivation, not talent, not even discipline alone. Consistency without conditions. The ability to show up, regardless of how you feel. Because feelings are unreliable. They change every day. Some days you feel strong, some days you feel empty, and most days you feel nothing at all. That's where most people fall apart. They depend on the right mindset, the right mood, the right moment. But those who operate at a different level, they remove all of that. They don't negotiate with their feelings. They don't wait to feel ready. They show up anyway. On days where their energy is low, on days where everything feels off, on days where quitting would actually make sense, they still execute. And that's what builds real power. Not what you do at your best, but what you do at your worst. Because your worst days are your real identity, not your highlights. So if you want to become someone who stands out, build a standard, a level where excuses don't exist, where conditions don't matter, where showing up is automatic. And once you reach that point, you don't need motivation anymore. You become the standard that others struggle to match. And that's when your presence alone changes the game.